work so you can play.
MiniWarGaming's Warmachine League Battle Reports, Season 2.
Hey MiniWarGamers, MiniWarGamer Joel here, and I am joined today by
Eric
and
Nick.
You've seen both these guys before. I believe this is game 5 for both of them, so they'll have their enough games or whatever for the league. They could play more if they want, but this brings most players now to 5. There's a couple more that still need to do it, but we're getting near to the end of the league. Things are wrapping up to a degree. And you're bringing your Khador, I assume, today, Eric. Who's leading your list?
I have Epic Vlad.
Epic Vlad today. So as Eric promised, a new caster with every list. So that's good to see. And how about you, Nick?
I've got Saeryn for my Legion.
Okay, so he's bringing out Saeryn, and you've also, I believe, done a different caster for every list, so that's good to see. So we got a little bit of Warmachine and Hordes today. We're doing 50 points, 2014 scenarios. We've already set it up. It's scenario 2, I believe. Supply and demand, it's called, so we'll explain that in just a second. We have the train set up. We'll get to the board. We'll get to the action. Stay tuned. Here is Eric's 50 points of Khador, and as he said, it's being led today by Epic Vladimir. So it's the second incarnation of Vlad. There are 3. The third one's on a horse, but the second one, what's kind of some of his shtick, so to speak, Eric?
If he takes damage, he gets stronger.
Right.
Blood trials. His feat is making super soldiers, gives +3 to the whole stat line of models in his army.
Wow. So he kind of follows the first incarnation in that he's a bit of a super solo himself if he starts taking damage, right?
He can get pretty tough, but nowhere near the style of the first one.
Okay.
But he's got transference to help his whole army.
Oh yeah, that's a very nice spell. And who's in his battle group?
We have the Behemoth, who I think I've taken multiple times.
Very good Jack. Yeah, Khador doesn't bring a lot of Jacks, so you got to make the points worth it, and the Behemoth is definitely a good choice. You got the War Dog there attachment. Mm-hmm. Most lists bring that. And what else do you have in your list? Let's go through the units here.
I've got the Iron Fang Pikeman again with attachment.
And this is just the normal Pikeman, not the Black Dragons?
Just regular, and the Covenant to go with.
Okay, that's right there.
And we've got a unit of Doom Reavers with attachment.
They have the attachment, very nice. So that attachment allows them to not make berserk attacks?
Makes them tough and gives them silence, so they don't have to make berserk attacks if they don't want to.
Okay, that's very nice.
Then we have a unit of Rifle Corps.
Okay.
And Covenant Joe.
Where was Kovnik? Oh, he's right in the front. There he is.
And then we have 2 units of Kazi Eliminators.
Okay, one there and one over there.
And then I've brought, for Mercs, I've brought a Saxon Oric and Eris, Eris, the Angel of Retribution.
Very, very nice. And that is Eric's 50 points of Khador. Here is Nick's 50 points of Legion of Everblight. And as he said, it's being led by Saeryn. Very, very strong caster. Often a choice for tournaments. She can make her whole force immune to melee attacks for a round. So that's a really, really strong ability. And she has a really good spell list too. So she usually goes pretty beast heavy. So what'd you bring today, Nick?
She's got the Naga Nightlurker.
Okay.
2 Scythians.
2 Scythians. That is a lot of damage.
Angelius.
And the character.
Typhon.
Okay.
And her little buddy, the Shredder.
Yep, for that tenacity animus. So obviously you need some fury management, so you got that over here.
2 Forsakens.
Okay.
I got the Gobbers for their Cloud.
Very nice.
And then I got 2 Strider Deathstalkers.
Awesome. So no Shepherd that has to stay away from those Forsaken in this game.
Not this time.
To not be feared. All right, very nice. And that is Nick's 50 points of Legion. And here is our battlefield all set up. Eric rolled to go first, so he's deployed at 7 inches, and Nick over there at 10. They have their advanced deploy models, the Berserker guys, those Doom Reavers. They're advanced on that side, and Nick's got a couple Deathstalkers. We have the scenario here in the middle. As we said, it's supply and demand, so there's that 12-inch circle. If you control it, you get 1 control point. Dominating it gets you 2. However, there's also 2 objectives. So the one that's farther away from each player is an enemy objective. And that objective does have priority, which means that you cannot dominate the center circle if the enemy objective is still around. You can only control it. And that enemy objective is 1 control point if you destroy it. The objectives count also as fuel caches. So if it is uncontested and you are within 4 inches of it at the start of a model's activation, it can run or charge for free. So that works for the beasts and the jacks, obviously. You Can be a very nice way to be very focused or fury efficient. So we're gonna get to Eric's turn 1 and probably see a lot of running. So we'll have a good game, boys. Vlad's not gonna allocate any of his focus, just holding it onto all 7.
Yep.
Vladimir will activate first, and he is gonna pay 3 to cast the spell Assail onto the behemoth. And what does that do, Eric?
That's some trample and charge for free, and gives them plus 2 inches when they do so, and something else maybe.
That's nice. So you won't really be able to make use of that charging for free from the cache because you already get it.
Transference for Vlad.
All right, paying 2 to put transference. What does transference do? That's
Lets me spend focus off of Vlad to boost melee attack and damage rolls for
Makes
models
those-
within my control area.
yeah, makes those warrior models pretty effective at times. And then he's going to advance forward
That's
if he can get out of all of those Iron Fang pikeman spears.
this way.
Vlad will then pay his last 2 to put Hand of Fate over there on those riflemen. And what does Hand of Fate do, Eric?
They get to roll an additional die on attack and damage rolls and discard the lowest.
So like Signs Importance, just for 1 unit. Riflemen will then activate, and they are going to run, getting up on that hill to get an extra 2 defense from elevation. Joe will then move up, and he is going to give Fearless and Tough to those riflemen. Eris then is going to run up on Eric's right flank, getting behind that cabin. Doom Reavers are now going to get a run charge order and run themselves up almost to the midway point.
And give
The
them
Kovnik will move himself up onto the hill
shield march order.
and give him the shield march order over there to those Iron Fang pikemen. The Iron Fang pikemen then are going to march their way up the field, and they're going to be in shield wall.
Yep.
All right, so that allows them, that marching order gave them an extra 2 inches of movement.
Correct.
War Dog's going to run himself over.
He's trampling. Tramples 7, so 9 now with the sail.
Okay, and does that for free, correct?
Does that for free.
Very nice.
Boop.
Then he's going to fire a couple of his bombards. He can do that. All right, it's just going to end there, so we'll see what kind of deviations we can get.
Boop.
White's direction, we're looking for 1, and it's
6.
not. It's still like 6 inches for distance, but I don't think it's going to go far enough.
How big are the AoEs?
3. So. Bow.
Yeah, so not even enough to hit him.
Not quite. Eric's determined that probably it can't reach anything. I mean, that was the optimum direction to try and get that advanced deploy guy, but it's not the right angle. Eliminators now, they're going to run, sitting around their friendly objective. Saxon
Saxon's
Orc.
gonna run.
All right, up onto that hill. And finally, the last unit of Eliminators are going to run as well. And they ignore intervening models when they run, right? They're like acrobatic.
Well, they're gonna have to get up here and they're gonna have to make a command check. And I would have had to make a command check over here as well. Yeah,
Oh,
they do have
because of-
acrobatics because of the Doom Reavers.
They're
I
abominations.
believe I'm within 3 inches on these guys. So first on these guys here, they're fine. Then on these guys,
The Eliminators.
and they're also fine.
All right. There's the battlefield at the end of Eric's turn 1. Ran a bunch of stuff forward, got himself a better position hopefully on the board. So we'll get to Nick's turn 2 and see what he does in retaliation. Nick's turn 1. Sorry. Deathstalker on Nick's left flank is going to move itself up onto that hill. It's going to take a shot at the Doom Reaver closest to it.
Defense?
Looking for a 5 to hit. Hits with double 6s there.
Sniper. Tough rolls.
Sniper for 1. Oh, we lost the die. And it does tough. So normally that Deathstalker would get a Swift Hunter move and another shot, but it has to kill something for that, so making that tough is pretty crappy for them. The other Deathstalker that's behind that forest there is going to move into the forest. And it's going to pop off a shot as well.
Shoot at this guy. Range
Closest. Only 10 inches away, not too bad. Looking for a 5. Gets
Sniper.
it. Sniper for 1. Tough check. Doesn't tough.
So what's this guy?
So that one's dead.
Snapshot someone within 2.
The Deathstalker now will get to Swift Hunter 2 inches. Up to 2, and now take another shot
Shoot
within
at that
12. Definitely in range. Looking for a 5. Misses. Naga Night Lurker will now activate. Advancing forward at 6 inches. It's then going to take a shot at the knockdown Doom Reaver. Nick is boosting to hit here at 6. He's looking for a 7 to hit. Hits, no crit.
He's knocked down. So.
Looking for the
Not
crit.
double.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Armor?
Knocked down, but looking for the crit.
14.
So not double ones to kill him.
13 armor. No, that's 14 armor.
14 armor. It's enough for a tough check. Any toughs. One of the Scythians there will activate.
Gonna rile for 2. And he's gonna run.
So he needs one more on him there. Just behind his own objective. Second Scythian will activate.
He's gonna walk.
Okay. Advancing up behind the other Scythian.
Forsaken's gonna go.
Advance forward. It's going to take the
the
3 Fury.
off the Scythian.
Okay. So that Forsaken can hold up to 5 Fury, so it's taken 3 back and it holds onto that and it can use it for its own attacks and damage rolls. Typhon will now activate
He's gonna advance his 6.
over the hill, or over the wall I mean. Forcing for 2 and it's going to put up its Animus.
Excessive healing.
So excessive healing whenever the Typhon gets hit or takes damage. It has to be damaged, right?
Damage.
It gets to heal D3 after that damage is resolved. Unless that damage kills it, then it doesn't get to heal back up D3. But otherwise, it makes it a lot more sustainable. Shredder will now activate, forcing for 1 to put its Animus of Tenacity. Yep, over on the Angel. Giving it 1 defense, 1 armor, bringing it up to 15 defense. Pretty nice.
Then he's going to go Rabid.
Okay. So Rabid gives him an extra 2 inches of movement. It'll boost all of his attack and damage rolls. However, he's probably not going to attack, but he wants that extra movement of 8 inches, getting himself over that wall. The Angelius will now activate.
Speed 7.
It's going to advance forward. Is it in the forest or not quite?
Not quite.
Not quite in the forest yet. Okay. Then he's going to take a shot through that forest. He has eyeless sight, so he can do so at that eliminator. Looks like range is good. Boosting to hit here. He's looking for a 10. Then he misses. Then the Angel will rile for 3 more, bringing it up to 4. The Forsaken will then activate, advance forward, and take all that 4 Fury onto itself. Swamp Gobbers will now activate. They'll advance themselves forward. And they're going to throw down a cloud. And that cloud, the center point of the cloud has to be within 1 inch of the leader. So it looks like they'll get it on the 2 Scythians themselves and that Shredder right now. Finally, Saeryn will activate, and she's going to advance forward, getting herself into that cloud for some extra defense. Saren's going to pay 3 of her Fury.
Cast Respawn on the front end, or Scythian.
Okay, so that does, you want to explain that, Nick?
When he dies, he comes back to life with 1 box of health in each one part
aspect.
of the spiral. Yeah,
Yep,
aspect.
so 3 health basically, all aspects functional, and that's within 3 inches of his death point, correct? I believe so. You can kind of keep him then, like, get him out of combat if they can buy more attacks against him. She's gonna pay to put tenacity on herself for an extra defense and armor,
and 1 to put it on that.
the
Scythian.
forward Scythian,
Try to keep him up.
and then she'll just sit on her last 2 Fury for transfers, and that is the end of Nick's turn. End of round 1. They're getting pretty close. We're gonna probably see some action soon, so we're gonna get to Eric's turn 2. And see what he decides to do.
All 3.
Okay, so sitting on 4 focus. So not allocating any over there.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, but at least upkeeping the 3 upkeeps. Vlad is going to actually give 2 of his focus to the subcortex of that behemoth and leaving him with 2. The Kayazi Eliminators on Eric's right are going to go first. They're going to get the run charge order.
This Chicky's charging.
Going after that Deathstalker.
Chicky's going to charge as well. Both get
Make sure it dies.
So this chick is going to go first, and she's going to use her combo strike to increase the POW a little bit. They're looking for 6s to hit here. Gets it.
So it's POW 15.
Arm.
Combo strike. Minus 3 or plus 3.
Dice plus 3. I would say that is a dead Deathstalker. She then gets to sidestep 2 inches, and she's going to do that down that hill. Epic Eris is going to go, and she's going to advance 7 up onto that hill.
She's going to attempt to fire at the Scythian.
Okay. Range looks good. Eris is looking for a 5 to hit here because he's in the cloud and got tenacity.
Gets it.
And he gets it.
Red 9. Yeah, she's red 9.
So that's going to strip those that upkeep, that respawn off, and also strip off tenacity.
Damage to your spirit.
And she can just choose where to do the damage.
And damage to your first column.
Oh, she has sniper too?
Your writ.
Of spirit, okay. Kobnik Joe will go, advancing up.
It's going to do For the Motherland. And
For
give
the
opposing
Motherland!
Attack rolls.
All right.
And they're going to advance.
It's pretty nice for those riflemen. So they'll advance in a better position and probably pop off some shots. That's their final position, and they are close enough now to those the abomination of the
this guy would've
Doom Reavers. So they're going to have to make a check here. They pass.
Guy there. Boom. And
The one on the far side there, going to take a shot at the Naga Night Lurker. Range is good. They are range 14 for all these shots. So with Hand of Fate on them and the For the Motherland, they're getting 4 dice for attack. They drop the lowest. And then it is 3 dice for damage and drop the lowest, right? So here's the attack roll, looking for a, what did we say to hit?
8.
8 to hit?
Right? You said 13?
Yeah.
And I'm 5, so that's an 8.
All right, 8 dropping the lowest here, and that's a hit.
Armor?
15.
15. I believe I'm POW 10s.
We'll check the POW and then do the damage roll. So it's going to be dice -5 here, again dropping the lowest. So 4
damage
damage,
to 5.
not too bad. Next guy in line, he's got the range, so he's going to take a shot as well. Looking for an 8 to hit. We're dropping the lowest. That's exactly enough. And dice -5 here. Looks like another 1 damage to the 2 column. So we're going from the back guy there. They have ranked attacks. They ignore their own guys. Range looks
Yeah, but-
good.
He ignores his own guy. You don't ignore.
You're medium base, though, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the medium base, it's almost impossible. I think it is impossible for him not to have an
can't block
angle.
myself.
He doesn't ignore the eliminator, that's all, but
Unless I'm within, outside of 5 inches of it.
right.
But
Dropping the lowest, it's a hit, needing that 8. Gets it. Dice -5 here, and that's another 4 damage to the
4 to the
6.
6.
The farthest guy
Gonna be
away
short.
is going to attempt a shot, and he comes up just shy by about half an inch. The guy on the far left of that unit, Eric's left, is going to take a shot, and
too.
he is also just shy.
Yeah, he's in.
That means the rest should be in. There's still 5 more guys, and the range was good on that one. So he's looking for an 8 to hit, rolling 5 dice.
oh yeah,
Or 4 dice, sorry. But that's a definite hit. No critical effects. Dropping the lowest. Ooh, that's a
7
big
damage
hit.
to the 6.
Whew, all 6s.
Guy now,
4 guys left. We're going with that one.
definitely in.
Definitely in, yep. Looking for that 8. Gets it.
Again.
Big roll. And not too bad. Does another 3.
damage to the 2.
And with that strike, it was enough to kill the Naga Night Lurker. And Saeryn will take that Fury back, and he's off the table. So these 3 are the ones that are left. We just used a laser to check line of sight. All 3 actually do have sight to this Scythian,
By a
even with
sliver
the
on 2 of
objective. Sliver on both sides with these 2. So we're going to do the 3 attacks from them. Starting doesn't really matter on one
He does.
side.
This guy's still a 13, so it's the same same dice.
Yep.
So 8.
Dropping the lowest.
It's
Looks good.
This guy's
3
on.
dice still for damage.
19.
Or
so
18, sorry.
18, so dice -8 though.
Dropping the lowest. No damage
No
on the first shot. So we'll do the next one.
Hits.
That hits, no problem. Can you get out some damage though?
Yep.
1 damage.
1 damage to the 5.
Last swing, and it's a hit. Any damage? Dice -8. Looks like 1 more damage to the 4. So the Scythian's pretty healthy, just 1 off from the Iris and 2 off from those riflemen, but all boxes almost left. Vladimir's activating. Popping his feet, you said, Eric?
3 plus D3.
You want to explain the whole thing, kind of? But
4 guys.
okay. So basically you get 3 plus D3, so up to 6, but as low as 4, and unfortunately Eric only got 4. Guys kind of become super solos. They get +3 to all stats on their stat line, basically. 3 speed, 3 strength, 3 mat, 3 rat. So he's going to giving it out, showing it on those tokens to those front 4 Doom Reavers, not the one knocked down. He's too lazy, sleeping, so he doesn't get it. But it makes them pretty devastating. And then Vlad is going to move himself up onto that hill. Doom Reavers are going to activate. They are going to get the run charge order. That one Doom Reaver there is going to stand up and I assume sacrifice his action just to move.
He will sacrifice his action to move.
But we'll do the charges. The forward one, Eric wants to try a charge against that Gobber, and it looks like range is good. So we'll do the rest of the charges on all the guys. They don't activate as solos, right? You do all the unit?
No, they all go together as units still.
Okay, so we'll show you their targets after their movement. We're doing an abomination check on those Gobbers, and they are fine. They're not
Actually
scared.
manage. They're 7s normally, right?
They should be scared, but they're
This
not.
guy's going to charge your...
That Doom Reaver over there then is going to make a charge on the Scythian. We had one charging here at the Shredder. And the last one over there will probably charge the Scythian as well. I think it's the only thing that's within range. I'll just move out of the way, but we'll get one more charge on the Scythian. Eric's going to start over here with this Doom Reaver on the Scythian. Anything but Snake Eyes to hit here because he's mat 10. Ridiculous. So he hits, and we're looking at POW 16 against armor 18, dice -2, but it's a Weapon Master charging. Ooh, and the roll is not that great. This guy's going to go next. He's going to try to hit the Gobber that he charged, and he is going to need a 5 to do that. He's mat 10, but defense 15 on those Gobbers. Gets it, no problem. That Gobber just pastes, like pasty, pasty, paste.
I'll berserk onto the other Gobber.
Okay, looking for a 5. And he's pasty paste as well.
Then I will berserk onto Saeryn.
All right,
16.
onto the caster.
17.
Oh, she's got tenacity.
Tenacity gone.
So I need a 7.
Misses. The far one there is gonna try to go on the shredder here.
Silly.
13.
But if I hit your caster, I would have done more damage. So.
I have 3 transfers.
Yeah, but I mean, the damage would have been more.
Yeah. 2. I transferred.
All right. So on the little guy, what's his defense?
13.
13. So I need a 3. Hits it.
And he is armor
So
12.
dice +4.
Yep. Oof, I'd say that's
That'll kill
a
him.
dead shredder in one swing. You taking that Fury?
Yep.
All right.
You're in
Berserk on the
range.
Typhon.
And berserking onto the Typhon. He hits. He needed a 3, but he got it no problem. 17 armor here. And
Dice
so it's going to be
-1.
dice. Yep, dice -1.
So 10 damage. To 6.
Then he will excessive healing up to D3, so he gets 1 back where he chooses. All right, last Doom Reaver here that charged the Scythian. Anything but Snake Eyes. He hits, and this is going to be dice -2 on 4 dice. It's not a bad roll there. 13 damage to column 3. That's what's left on the Scythian. The body got crippled, so 1 less die on those damage rolls. Otherwise 2 left in the mind and about 6 left in the spirit.
Over
Saxon Oric.
It's going to give them reconnaissance, so they get Pathfinder.
Sounds good. The Eliminators now, they are going to charge that other Death Stalker. They are going to try to do like their brethren over on this side and dispatch this Death Stalker from the world in a similar fashion of ganging up.
Actually,
Doing the combo,
he's not
looking
gonna do a
for...
counter strike, he's just going to normal.
Oh, just a
strike.
normal one, okay. Looking for a 5 though.
So it's 5?
No, it's your max.
It's a 6. I'm a 9 with the gang. You said 15?
15. So
6 to hit, sorry. And he hits. Power on it?
11, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be dice -1.
Dead.
That's
Get some-
still enough to kill that Death Stalker. Then that Eliminator is going to sidestep itself 2 inches.
Actually, it's going to go that way.
Oh, that away. Eric's faking me
Yeah,
out here.
Faked it.
You want the other?
Behemoth is going to use his trample for free. Are you going to use the assails free trample
Yep.
or the objectives free trample?
That's true. I could use these. He's got trample on over here.
Trampling himself forward. And then he's going to
Direction.
pop off some shots.
Popping some shots off.
So Eric is trying to arc a shot because it has arcing fire at this Forsaken, but it came up just shy there with his token is. That's not Fury, that's actually a marker for the range. So we're looking for white as direction here.
1 for 4, so that's forward for 4.
All right.
Be too far.
It might be too far. We need a measuring tape. So that AoE kept traveling too far, and it misses everything completely. Eric's going to try that again, looking to hopefully land it on top of that Forsaken. White direction. Direction 2 for an inch.
That's
That may be good. We're going slightly off to an angle,
Yeah, that'll get
Just her.
boost the damage.
just on the Forsaken. All right, armor on that Forsaken is 14.
So dice -7.
All right. She is five boxes. All right. And it looks like it's going to do 2. Dice -7, you said?
Yep.
All right, 2 damage. The Iron Fang Kovnik is going to advance off that hill.
Give them the shield march order.
All right, to get that extra
Action
2 inches
there.
on their march. And then they're going to move forward 7 inches and sit still in their shield wall. And there's the final placement of that unit. Wardog runs himself up onto the hill, and Eric says, "That is the end of my turn. I did enough destruction." Well, probably you never do enough destruction that you really want to do, but Eric did quite a bit in his turn. So we're going to go on to Nick's turn too. The objectives now are open for damaging, but he's got a bunch of berserking Doom Reavers that are +3 also now to their armor and their defense for this turn, so they're going to be pretty hard to hit. and hurt. So we'll see what Nick can do on his turn 2. The very injured Scythian is going to activate. It's going to shuffle itself forward just a little bit.
Pay 1 for his Animus.
Okay, so he's putting up Slaughterhouse, which is takedown. So if he damages and kills a guy or destroys a guy, he does not get a tough check. So that kind of makes things more for sure when he tries to go for kills.
So his right fist versus that guy.
All right, sounds good.
Boost to hit.
Looking for a 10 to hit here.
Well, actually, you're
Hits.
right. You're right, you.
We just checked out the lines there. Nick actually left the front arc, though, of that Doom Reaver that he was trying to hit. So he'll get a free strike first. Nick's not too happy about it, but he is saying, yes, I made that mistake. You get the swing. He's probably going to hit here, no problem. Boosted damage. It's still under feet, so it's still going to be dice -2 here.
Free die. 4 because it's boosted on a free
Oh,
strike.
Yeah, boosted Weapon
So-
Master, dice -2. So he does another 10 damage, and I think that's going to kill that Scythian.
Yep.
So that Animus wasn't up, and the boost didn't happen. There was no Fury on him, so there's nothing that has to be reaved or anything.
That I made on my previous turn.
Yeah, basically.
Finishing him off like he probably should have happened last turn, but Scythian's going to advance forward.
Here, use a proxy base now.
Well, yeah, we'll throw in a proxy base because it's kind of a large. He wants to get as many berserking
one of your
Doom Reavers here as he can. So that's his final placement there, marked nicely by the WTC tokens that Nick has. And he is actually just going to be in reach of these 3. Doesn't quite reach that one. So where are you going to start with an attack, Nick?
He's going to attack that guy.
The one
Boosting
that's
to
right in
hit.
front of him. Putting up his Animus and boosting to hit. No free strikes incoming. This should go through. He's looking for a 10 to hit here. Hits
yeah,
for
yes,
sure.
that was this
And
guy.
that's enough damage.
Yeah.
He dies. So I'll just replace this guy with
And with takedown, there's no tough check.
I will, with other hand, attack this guy.
Sounds good. Boosting to hit. Looking for that 10. Miss.
that one.
So then by his last attack against that same guy, can't boost this one though. He's looking for just a straight 10. Oh, comes up shy by 2.
That was doesn't matter.
That Forsaken's going to activate. Advancing herself forward 6 inches.
She's going to use her Blight Bomb.
Alright, so she blows up. She's got 4 Fury on her, so that's going to stretch out 4 inches from her base.
Okay, that's gonna get at least.
And it's going to do a POW 8 to all enemy models.
So it gets that one.
She gets extra die if they have Focus or Fury on them, but none will have it right now. So it looks
this
like it's going to
guy
be a
and
Doom
one.
Reaver and one of those Eliminators. Dice -3 on that Eliminator. And that's enough
5
to kill
damage.
it.
That kills her. Command check.
Command, oh yeah, there's only 2 E members in that unit.
Yep, here's the brown with them. Oh, they're command 9. So
And they're fine.
she's fine.
Dice -9 though on that feated Doom Reaver, so looking for a 10 to kill, and he comes up shy. The second Forsaken's gonna go, advance just behind that Scythian.
Do the same thing.
Alright, spending hers. So she had, did she have 4 as well?
3.
3?
So it's only the 3.
So not that one.
Yes to that one. And not
Probably
that
not
one.
either.
This
Then.
one.
So it's only gonna get a roll on one of them. So looking for a 10. Doesn't get it. Saeryn will activate. She's popping her feet this turn, making her battle group immune to melee attacks for a round. That doesn't include her warrior models or units, but I don't think she has any units left. But the warrior models with Forsaken are not included. But all of her beasts there, no melee attacks against them. And then what's she gonna do next, Nick?
I can't go backwards because of kill box. She's going to charge this Doom Reaver.
Okay. Really wants that one dead. Yeah, the kill box is in effect for this scenario, so I believe Vlad was far enough forward, but Nick has to make sure he ends 14 inches from the back edge. She's gonna boost to hit here. She's looking for a 10 to hit here. Gets it,
It's
and it's already boosted from the charge.
Are they automatically grievous? I think they are. Yeah,
They're auto grievous wounds, but he is armor 17.
Armor 8.
That's only an 8.
Yep.
Dice -9. He needs a 10 to kill because he won't get a tough check, and he does it. Killing that Doom Reaver. She'll then pay 3 and gonna put respawn over on Typhon. She's then gonna pay 2 and put excessive healing onto herself, just in case she gets hit. Then she'll heal a little bit. So there's a trade-off. 2 transfers or excessive healing, not sure which is better, but Nick decided that was. Typhon is gonna declare a charge against the behemoth. Nick is hoping is close enough, so we're gonna lay down these templates here to get exactly 9 inches. and see if he has the range. We're not sure. He tried measuring off his caster. It was really, really close. After using the templates and marking it accurately, we are actually out of melee range, so no successful charge. That does get Typhon in the face of the opponent, so the feed is up, so he can't be hit by melee attacks. However, ranged attacks such as bombards and stuff will still work. The Angelius then way behind the forest there is also going to try a charge here at the Behemoth. We're going to measure that out. He has reach. He's a little bit faster at speed 7.
Right there. And I don't take the free strike with my feet.
No free strikes because of the feet.
Should you get it?
And I think distance is good. That's
Yep,
within
distance
2 inches.
Armor piercing tail strike.
All right, yep. And he's boosting to hit with this. It's an armor piercing attack.
Oh no, that's boosting.
So it's going to have the armor of that Behemoth. All right, he needs a, you're at mat 7?
6.
6, so 4 to hit. He hits. So it's an armor piercing. This is going to be armor 11 on the Behemoth effectively, so dice plus 3. Not too bad. Does 11 damage to column 1. And that's enough damage to cripple the left arm. He's going to buy one more tail strike against that Behemoth. This one won't be armor piercing, however.
No
He's
boost.
looking for no boost here, but looking for a 4 to hit. Hits.
Boosted damage.
Sounds good. This is going to be dice minus, is he 20 or 21?
21.
21, so dice minus 7.
I didn't realize it was 21.
That's why I was 11. Yeah. So 4 more damage to 4.
All right, not too bad. And there's the battlefield at the end of Nick's turn 2. So he couldn't quite get the Typhon on the Behemoth. Still did a decent amount of damage with that Angelius. Took out a couple of those Doom Reavers, but they did pose a bit of a speed bump with that feat on them. That's going to go away this turn, however. One Scythian down off of a free strike. It's a pretty big casualty on your own turn, but it was bound to happen.
Salt in the wound.
Salt in the wound.
I was gonna say I would have killed a lot more if he didn't.
Yeah, so we're gonna go now on to Eric's turn 3. He's got a lot of troops on that side, but feed is up for Nick. We'll see what he can do. Vlad's gonna upkeep all 3 of his spells again. Any allocation for you?
Yeah. What's his defense? 13.
13.
Probably some allocation. Eric's just gonna
Armor
crunch
is
some
16
numbers.
or 7.
3 then into the subcortex of that Behemoth, and Vlad will sit on 1. Saxon Oryx is gonna move up the field
Walk around. Give reconnaissance to this chicky boo.
to do 1 remaining eliminator in that unit. She's then going to charge at that Forsaken. It is not immune to melee attacks because it's not part of Saren's battle group, but no
But it is an
gang.
abomination.
Right. So there is going to be a check here. Oh!
Feared.
Scared. Doom Reavers will now activate. They are not going to run or charge. They're just going to advance themselves, hopefully, into better position to make some attacks. There's their final position, but first, their UA attachment's going to take a spray over at that
I don't
Forsaken.
get the melee one. That's right.
Range is good, ignores being in melee. Looking for a 7 to hit the Forsaken. Gets it. Pow on it.
12.
Dice minus 2. It's got 3 boxes left. This is a fully healthy one.
Yep.
Dice minus 2. So looking for a 7.
No.
Doesn't kill it. 2 damage on that one. Now they're even.
Now on my guy,
Need an 8. You
Yes.
get it.
and that'll kill him.
Oof. She's scared anyways.
Yeah.
This Doom Reaver then is going to take a swing at the Forsaken over here.
Getting a 7.
Miss.
Misses. Other 2 are going to swing at the objective. Auto hits.
Yep, they both do auto hit. It's armor 18.
So dice minus 5. So
First one does
4 damage.
Yep. Second one does
9
another
damage.
9.
13 damage to it total.
So it has got 2 left. The Kiazi Eliminator there, they're both going to charge over at that objective.
She's going to charge. This one's just going to run.
Oh, okay. So not going to get the gang.
She's doing combo strike though. So
Sounds
power
good.
13.
Auto hits. So it's going to be dice minus 5 here. She's looking for a 7 on a charge. Gets it and destroys that objective, netting himself 1 control point.
Shield march.
The Kovnik's going to move over, give shield march to those Iron Fang.
bunch of
Those
just-
pikemen are going to move forward and shield wall. They can move up to 7, but it looks like Eric's just shuffling them around a bit. So there's the final placement of those pikemen. Now the Behemoth's going to activate, not moving anywhere, so he's going to get the aiming bonus. So the Behemoth, because he's engaged, goes down 2 rat, but aiming brings him up 2 rats, so he's just at his 4 rat, and he's going to take his first shot at the Typhon that's right in front of him. He's not engaging the Typhon. He is being engaged by the Angelius, so on the big wall of text on the back of Behemoth's card, he can aim or shoot things that he's not engaged with, so the Typhon is a valid target. and he's allowed to do that. It's not a virtuoso thing. It's in his wall of text. Just go read it.
Subcortex wall of text.
Yes. Boosting to hit, looking for a 9. Gets it.
Boost the damage.
17 armor on that Typhon
Dice -3.
for 6 damage to
6
column
damage to
5.
column 5.
The blast damage of that AoE is going to connect with that Angelius. He's armor 17, so this is dice -10, so no damage. Second shot of those bombars against Typhon again, boosting to hit. Again, looking for that 9. Gets it.
Dice -3 again.
And does 4 damage to the 3, yep. And against the Angelius, you want to try to roll it? No damage. There's Typhon after those shots. He has a crippled spirit, so no forcing unless he gets healed. He's got 5 left in the mind and 6 left in the body. Epic Iris will activate. Advancing 7 off that hill
He's going to target Typhon.
with a shot. And as we know, he's not engaged. Looking for a 4 to hit. Connects.
Lose respawn. Take another damage to your spirit's gone.
Spirit is
Take it to your
gone.
mind then.
Alright, so it's 1 less in the mind. I think that leaves 4 in the mind then. Leaving him on 10 boxes. Kovnik Joe will now activate.
He's going to advance 6 to here. Get
Okay.
right in here. Half on that hill. And he's going to go for the motherland.
For the motherland!
And he's going to attempt to shoot Typhon. Typhon's in.
Sounds good. You need more emphasis with your For the Motherlands, Eric.
So
It's something that needs to be shouted.
he gets the boost here as well.
Alright.
That'll hit.
This is from Joe.
Dice -5.
He's not-
So hand cannon. So 2 more damage to the 5.
Rifleman will now activate. They're gonna shuffle for better position and then pop off some shots. Probably gonna try to finish off the Typhon. I don't think I'm giving any advice with that, but that's probably what Eric's gonna go for. There's their final position. They all are in within 14. We checked from the farthest one. Well, we didn't, but we can imagine. So we can eyeball it enough. So we're gonna take a shot
Start at this guy here.
with that one there, and they're all gonna be put into Typhon until he's dead, pretty much.
Till he's dead.
He's 13 defense, but again, with Hand of Fate and For the Motherland, 4 dice, dropping the lowest here. What are you looking
So
for?
we need 8s again. I think 13 is what I've been aiming at the whole time with these.
Yep.
8s again.
Hits for sure. Armor is 17.
Dice -7.
Dropping the lowest, no damage with the first shot. So we'll
One
go
down.
with the next one.
Keep track them on your fingers. Miss on the second one.
Oof. Third one, it hits.
Third one hits.
Dice -7.
No damage.
Still no damage. Fourth guy.
Hits.
He manages to hit, yep. Needing that 8, gets it. Dice -7. There's some damage. 2 to the
damage
3.
to the 3.
Fifth guy going. He hits. Dice -7.
No damage.
No damage.
Hits.
Sixth guy, he hits for sure. Dice -7. There's
more
another damage to the 5. 4 guys left to go. 5 damage left on Typhon.
Hits.
Dice -7. No damage.
Gonna be close.
You just need a spike basically on one of these. You could do it with double 6s on one swing. Still no damage. 2 guys to go.
Hits that one.
Dice -7.
1 more damage.
Follow?
Column 4.
Hits.
That's a hit. 1 more swing. Dice -7. 1 more damage.
To column
Column
5.
5. You're rolling it in there. We just.
I rolled it and I picked it up too quick. I didn't even.
That leaves 3 on the Typhon. Only in the body though. Mind and spirit are crippled, but not what Eric wanted. Vlad and the dog are just going to sit tight on the hill, and that is the end of Eric's turn 3. So we're going to move on to Nick's turn 3 now. Eric didn't get quite enough work done on the Typhon as he would have wanted. However, only being able to use range shots kind of put him a little bit crippled, I guess, or in the ability to do damage. He still put out a decent amount. I mean, you have a lot of range options. So it's going to move on to Nick's turn 3. He's got still 3 beasts left. He can heal them to be fully functional, so we'll see what he can put out on his turn. So Nick had to leave 1 Fury on his Scythian and 2 over there on his Angelius, so he's going to make a couple frenzy checks here. We'll start with the Scythian.
Need an 8 or less.
Just 1 on there, alright. He's fine, but has to hold on to his Fury. And the Angelius with 2. What's his threshold?
Same, 9, so I need a 7 or less.
7 or less here. And he's fine, but has to hold on to the 2. Angelius is going to make an armor-piercing tail strike against that behemoth. He's still got enough for 2 Fury on him, so...
You know, I'm going to boost a hit, make sure I hit.
Alright, he wants to make sure this lands. Hits.
Good thing I did.
Good.
Probably boosting the damage.
Dice
So
plus
this
3.
is dice plus 3 again. And he does another 12 damage to column 1. So that knocked out quite a bit of the behemoth. No more subcortex. Left arm is still gone as before, but movement is now also gone. So he's not in too good a shape. The Forsaken is going to activate. Move itself up a little bit.
I'm just going to attack this guy.
Sounds good. 8 to hit here.
2 attacks.
This one.
Miss. Scythian will activate, turning himself a little bit.
1 for his animus.
Putting up Slaughterhouse.
What is
He's going to make his first attack over here. Looking for a 7. Gets it.
And this guy.
Yeah,
And with Slaughterhouse up, no tough check on him.
win. Oh yeah, I had 1 before.
Yeah.
So then I need 7 against that guy.
Second attack. Gets it. It's another dead Doom Reaver.
Attack the guy.
Buying an attack?
Because I can still see him, right?
Yes, you can.
Buy an attack against this Doom Reaver.
Which one? The one over there.
Looking for a 7. Hits. And that's 1 more dead Doom Reaver. The other Forsaken will activate, moving itself up into the zone, towing into the edge of that forest.
Give me a bomb check on my pikeman.
Coming within 3 inches, making them make a command check. They are fine.
And she'll take the Angelius' Fury.
That 4 Fury onto herself. Saeryn will now activate.
Heal Typhon for 2 points.
Alright. Bringing him all back online. Healing 1 in the spirit, 1 in the mind. She's then going to move herself over. Just before the forest, not quite in the zone. She's going to throw 1 of her death spurs there over at that
Melee.
member from the Doom Reavers.
Sure.
Not engaged. Looking for a 6 to hit here. Hits.
13 armor.
Your dice minus 5, you need to do a 10 to kill.
Boosting the damage. It's got 5 boxes and we're at dice minus 5. And that's enough to kill. Death Spear, or Death Spur. She'll then pay 2.
She's gonna cast Breath Stealer on the pikeman.
Okay.
Does that
She needs a 10 to hit with this. Miss with double
One
ones.
misses, so it'll go.
So because it missed this model now, it may hit one of these 3 models here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see who we'll roll against. And it's going to be against
This guy.
that pikeman on the far side there.
He can't be targeted, so no roll.
And he's not a valid target because he
On the
can't
other
be
side of the
seen.
forest, and
So
Typhon will now activate, move himself into melee finally with that behemoth so he can make some attacks. Because that movement's gone anything but Snake Eyes. And he hits for sure with the opposite of Snake Eyes.
your armor 21.
what's that?
So he's
Yeah,
considering a critical pitch
No.
here.
I'm gonna boost the damage. Dice minus 4.
Probably a better choice. Dice minus 4 on the damage roll. And he does 4 damage to column 2. Second bite, anything but Snake Eyes. Hits for sure. Boosting the damage roll, dice minus 4. 5 boxes left on the behemoth. He's looking for a 9. And he gets it. That should be enough to take out the behemoth, leaving a nice wreck marker. For the third initial, Typhon's going to use a spray targeting this guy right here. Looks like it's going to connect with him and 1 of those Winter Guard members.
So that I didn't reach that one. Yeah, it's hard for me to reach from over here.
We'll check it out. So against this pikeman model first, looking for an 8 to hit. Miss.
Next, the other guy will be 2 left, or 1 less, so 7 hit.
Looking for a 7 to hit that one. Hits.
And it's PAL 14?
Yep.
Dead. And there's the battlefield at the end of Nick's turn 3. So we managed to take out that behemoth, which is pretty good. The rest of those Doom Reavers. But there's still a full unit of pikemen, almost a full unit of riflemen. Still got the caster, the war dog, the Kobnik. Lots on Eric's side. He's got 1 control point so far. So we'll get to his turn 4 and see what he decides to do in retaliation. Vlad will upkeep 2 of the spells. The sail is now gone because that jack is dead.
Yeah, no,
Upkeeping 2, sitting on 5. Joe's gonna go first, and for the motherland, Eric did put a little more emphasis on that time. I'm very proud of him.
He's gonna
Take a shot
cannon the Typhon
himself. Yep, gets 3 dice because he's not part
Hits
of
it.
that, but he does hit.
Does affect his own speech affects him, but dice minus 5.
But he doesn't get the hand of fate, right?
So. Oh yeah, you would have cover, right? Is what you're saying?
Am I any part of
Oh,
my
we're
basic
checking
block?
for
Actually, yeah, you might be.
possibly.
Yeah,
So Typhon does have a little piece of cover with that wreck marker from Joe, but we look back on the camera, he rolled 5-5-2, so it didn't matter. He hits anyways.
Yeah, with the aim and everything. So, dice minus 5. Another
2 damage to column 1. So 1 member there is moving just to get out of that cover. Otherwise, everyone else in that rifleman unit is going to aim to increase their accuracy, even though they hit usually
So now
with
I
all
need
the stuff they
6s.
have on them.
Yeah.
But looking for 6s, we'll go with the first guy. Rolling 4 dice, dropping the lowest. Oh, roll that for damage. Dropping the
That
lowest
is done.
here. There you go. 2 damage
Two
to column
damage
5.
8.
Second guy. This is the
Gets
one
it.
that moved, but he still gets it. 1 box left in this Typhon, and he kills him, doing 3 more damage.
How many focus is Vlad?
7.
This member here is going to take a
7.
shot over at this Forsaken, looking for a 7. Hits. 14 armor. Oh. Oh, that was a 2.
Whoa! Still counts. Don't think it matters. What was it 2? Right. So 1 damage.
Then this far one here is going to take a shot at that Forsaken.
10.
That's minus 4 then.
That
Hits. Dice minus 4. 2 more damage, and that's enough. Dead Forsaken. The last 5 members here, they're all going to take shots into the Scythian. Aiming, they only need 4s to hit here. Rolling 4, dropping the lowest, so that's a hit. And 18 armor. Their POW 10's dice
Yep,
minus
dice-
8.
1 damage to the 5 on that first one.
Okay, so we get 4 more rolls.
Hits.
And that is
No
no damage. Yep, dice minus 8. Hits. This is the 3rd one. No damage. 4th one. Hits. No damage. That was not a
Last
great
one.
roll. Hits. Can he roll more than 8?
Nope.
And he does.
1 damage to
1 more damage to 2. And that Scythian is pretty healthy still with only 2 damage on him. Iris is going to pop back up onto that hill. And is she going to take a shot at that
Yeah,
Scythian?
so shoot at the Scythian.
Sure thing. Hits him. She just going to snipe her for 1.
Yep, snipe for 1 on your spirit.
To
First
column
box of your
5.
spirit.
Vlad will go. Advance himself behind that wall.
And then he's going to cast Hand of Fate onto the pikemen.
Okay, moving that over there so they get the signs importance basically. Pikemen now are activating. They're going to get the run charge order. And they're going to charge at some targets. We'll
They
show you
have
that
Pathfinder?
after
Yep,
they
have
do their
relentless
movement.
charge. So
Okay, that's right.
So we had 4 guys that all charged here at the Scythian, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that charged the Angelius, 2 that charged, quote unquote, but don't get the charge bonus because they didn't move far enough. And that flag bearer has no weapon, so he's just sitting there looking pretty. So we'll start with the 2 over here that didn't charge. They're going to combine their melee attacks together to hit this defense 14. What is their base mat?
So the base mat is 6. They go up to an 8.
Right.
You need a 6. Hand of Fate. So
Rolling 3, dropping the lowest. So they hit.
crit. So you're knocked down now. Oh no, you can't be knocked down.
Yeah, I can't be
Flyer.
knocked down. Yeah,
Flyer.
that would have been really good.
Would have been good. I'm gonna
I didn't know they did
transference
that too.
to
That's
boost
pretty
the
Okay,
damage.
so with transference, Vlad can pay 1 of his focus to boost his damage roll. And what's their base POW?
POW 13, so they're POW 15 now.
All right, so and it's armor
Dice
17,
minus 2.
dropping the lowest here. Oh, well, don't literally drop it, Eric.
Even better.
Not bad.
Dice minus
All
2,
right.
so 10 damage to 1.
The next 2 guys, they're going to combine against the Sangelius. They do get their charge bonus, so they're looking again for a 6 here, right? When combined. Rolling 3 dice, dropping the lowest. They get it.
What a crit again.
Crit knockdown, but he's still just
Darn
sitting there
flyers.
like a snaky snake. Dropping the lowest.
So another, what do we say?
Dice minus 2.
8 damage this time?
8 to 1. These two here are going to combine into that Angelius, looking for that 6. They get it. Could have been another. Can you choose which one? Could you drop the 6, or is it always the lowest?
No, it's
always the lowest.
Always the lowest.
I wasn't sure if you could choose to crit with them
So
somehow.
10, 8 more damage to the 2.
And that should be enough to kill that Angelius, I believe. All right, he is dead. Kerplunk. So we got these 4 charges then on the Scythian. This last guy here didn't get an attack, but he's too far away to make
I'm gonna
one.
do them all separately. His defense is
All separate
11.
attacks.
Alright, so I need 5s to hit. So we'll do them individually. So first one.
Dropping the lowest hits. Armor's 18.
5. Yep. So 6 damage to the 3.
Next guy in the line. He could
gonna
roll
hit.
one more, but he hits. Well, you could have rolled the one more. Wowzers!
Take away
for
the
the crit.
lowest, and then yeah, could have, but no worries.
That's pretty big. So it was dice minus 5, 13 damage. To the
That's a
3.
13 to what?
Ow!
To the 3.
Next guy in the line.
Is it being goofy?
Yes.
That's a crit.
That is a crit. Now
He's knocked down.
he is knocked down. There's those 6s again. Dice minus 5. Dropping the lowest. Looks like another 5 damage to column 5. Last guy.
And he's knocked down, so it auto hits now.
Yes. So you're just rolling the damage.
Yeah, last one crit. So,
Dropping the lowest. Dice minus 5. 4 more damage to column 5. And that's just enough to kill that Scythian. Oh, and that's all of Nick's beasts gone.
it's not good at defensive formation.
They're mini feet.
Yeah. Moving the
So they
ship.
all get to kind of move and shield wall.
They get a whole nother activation?
Well, they
Full
get to full movement with shield wall.
Oh, it does.
There's their final position after their little movement and re-shield wall from their
He's
mini
going to
feet.
charge the Forsaken.
The Saxon Auric there charging in. He wants to take that Forsaken out. He's already got 2 damage on him. He's charging in with the sword, looking for a 7 to hit. Misses.
With his pain knife.
His dagger. That one hits.
That one. That one's only 8.
POW 8.
Minus 6.
Dice minus 6. You're going to need a big roll here. 1 damage.
So 1 damage.
Not enough.
Oh.
Kovnik will run into the zone. Dog will run up there beside Vlad. The Eliminators shuffle themselves forward. And there's the battlefield at the end of Eric's turn. 4, I believe it is now. He managed to destroy both those beasts with those charging pikemen, leaving Nick with just Saeryn and a Forsaken.
Unfortunately, I underestimated my pikeman. I should have killed the Forsaken with my pikeman.
Yeah, that's too bad, but he's still contesting the zone, so no more control points for Eric in that round. So Nick maybe will go for a few more points to straight. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much with just Saeryn and a Forsaken, but we'll see. We're moving on to his turn 4, see what he can cook up. Forsaken's going first, shuffling just a little bit, and now she is going to Blight Bomb with 4 Fury on her, so it's a 4-inch Blight Bomb. We'll see what she can all connect with. So with that Blight Bomb gets all of these pikemen, actually all 3 of those, and Saxon Auric.
So start with Saxon.
Did you say what's his armor?
14.
So it's going to be dice minus 6 on Saxon. It does 2 damage to him.
No.
So all of these,
Bow eights,
because
they need 11s.
the Blight
okay.
Bomb's coming from the front arc, so they all get their shield wall. So they are going to be what armor? Sorry, Eric?
18. So
18, so it's going to be dice minus 10 on all those. Going to need 11s. So we're rolling this 7 times? Yeah.
Nope.
There's a 10. Close. Nope. 4th roll. Nope. 1 shy again.
It's not as bad, is
5th. Nope. 6th roll. Nope.
Come on, 1, 11, or 12.
That's asking a lot, Nick.
Alright, so 8, you need 7s to kill these guys, right?
And the ones,
Yeah.
those 3 that are over there near Saeryn, because it's in the behind them, they don't get the extra 4 armor. So looking for 7s to kill those. Yep. Nope. Next one
That was
over.
the one that needed to die.
Nope. Next one over.
Hey, I
One
got
dead. Saeryn is now activating Hero of the Day. Moving herself up towards those pikemen. She's gonna try to stab that one guy right in front of him. Her.
I need a 7.
Gets it. He's armor 18. She's POW 8. Dice minus 10. Looking for an 11 boosted. And gets it.
Is this guy here?
That is a dead pikeman. Is she going to do another one?
Buy
Buy an
Stabby.
attack.
Need a 7.
Miss. Buy an attack. Hits. Looking for an 11. Boosting the damage. Gets it again. And that's another dead pikeman. Then she's going to pay 2 and cast Breath Stealer at those pikemen.
Needs a 6.
Looking for a 6. Gets it. And they are Breath Stealered. So what does Breath Stealer do to that unit, Nick?
-2 speed and defense.
Oh, it doesn't make them blow up and do D10, D12 damage or something to the caster? Because that's what it would need to do right now, I think.
No, I know. It's one less thing to get to Saeryn and hopefully not kill her this turn. You're up.
True, true. And that is the end of Nick's very short turn. 4 is not much left on his side, so we're going to go over to Eric's side. He'll probably try to clear out that Forsaken and maybe get some points, maybe get a caster kill. Who knows? Time will tell. On to Eric's turn 5. Vlad is going to upkeep his 2 spells, move himself into that zone, into that wreck marker for a bit of cover. I think he's hoping to control this zone this turn in an attempt to get another 2 points.
And War Dog will just...
War Dog's following up just a little bit behind. Does he have Pathfinder?
No.
No counter.
Pikemen are going to move themselves around. Are they staying in shield wall?
Yeah, they're shield wall.
Okay.
Advancing, so...
Ooh. Those
No,
are
I
the
knew-
next ones to be offered up to Saeryn.
I know 1 or 2 are still
And
going
they're all in from that.
All right, 4
Random guy.
pikemen. Combined attack against that guy. So
Faded.
they are hand of fated. Base mat 6. They go up to mat 10, looking for a 4 to hit. 3 dice, drop the lowest. They connect with a crit. It's knocked down. Only 2 boxes left on it. 14 armor. Their power and strength.
17.
17?
Now. Yeah, it's dead.
It's dead.
Yeah, dead.
Pasted.
The caster.
These 2 here are going to combine against Saeryn. They go up to mat 8.
Mat 9 because he's the attachment.
Oh, he's the attachment. 1
Seven.
higher.
Or, yeah.
Need a 7.
No, I'm 16.
Mat 9. Need a 7.
16. So you're looking for a 7.
I had it right.
Dropping the lowest.
We'll just go for it.
Gets it with an 8. She is armor.
Boost
14.
damage.
Armor 14 with transference, boosting that damage. So 4 dice, dropping the lowest here. Oh,
+1, right?
Dice +1, yep.
yep. So that's a total of 12 damage.
Anyway, cut.
All right, and that is the end of Eric's turn 5, and he will dominate for 2 points, bringing him to 3. Warcasters cannot contest zones, so no matter what Nick does on his turn, could try to kill some stuff. I'm not going to let him because it's late, but Eric's going to get the 2 points and win on control points at the end of his turn.
Yeah, Saeryn could kill Vlad
Survived
now.
2 free strikes.
She's got to cut herself for a bunch of fury.
have enough to
We'll
cut
talk
herself.
about it in a post game.
Get down
Cut
to
yourself.
4.
That's the only reason I hit.
Save it, guys. We're going to talk about it in a post game. Shake hands. Good game. Win for Eric.